In today's news, illegal immigrants captured off Virgin Gorda Yacht Harbor. Miss Teen BVI Janae Demming headed to Spain. Andy Bickerton for OBE says residents and ceremonial opening of the law year 2023 has been held. Staffing issues as well as remand among issues affecting the prison and world recession is likely in 2023. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Hun, it's asking for your password.
Huh?
You were logged out. I need the password.
BR,
What's the rest?
BRANDI, the number 4, EVER?
Who's Brandy?
We're like the password that isn't your ex-girlfriend's name. CG Insurance. Good like that.
I should have changed it.
You should have.
You're right.
Freeze. Choose your mix, choose your flavor.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. It's Monday, January 16th, 2023. You're watching 284 News out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. I'm Ron Grant. Thanks for joining us. Beginning our newscast on the local scene, illegal immigrants have been detained after being dropped off at the Virgin Gorda Yacht Harbor Marina this morning, January 16th. Chief Immigration Officer Mr. Ian Penn said that at least 19 illegal immigrants are now in the custody of the Department of Immigration following an exercise by the officers of the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force and Immigration Department carried out on Virgin Gorda on January 16th. Now, according to Mr. Penn, the illegal immigrants who were found at Virgin Gorda are of Haitian nationality, and they are including 12 males, 4 females, and 4 children. The Chief Immigration Officer said all persons will be safely detained following intake interviews and COVID-19 testing administered by the BVI Health Services Authority. Mr. Penn urged persons residing within the territory to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activities at sea. Additionally, anyone with information related to these immigrants should also contact the Immigration Department at 468-4717, 468-4715. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force is also available at 311 hotline. Now, the Joint Task Force, which comprises of officers from the Department of Immigration, Her Majesty's Customs, as well as the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force, will continue to increase their capabilities by ensuring that cohesive plans are executed in a manner that will ensure the safety of residents, as the security of the territory's borders is of paramount concern. In an official comment, the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force said, and I quote, the RVP, Customs and Immigration officers detained 19 illegal immigrants close to the Virgin Gorda Yacht Harbor on the island of Virgin Gorda this morning. Officers believe there are likely more illegal immigrants on the island and therefore asked the residents to be on the lookout. Now, further updates will be released, they said. They are presently being detained at the Virgin Gorda Police Station. More, of course, will come as the story develops. Continuing on, of course, this is a story that has, of course, brought much excitement to the legal fraternity across the Virgin Islands and the Eastern Caribbean in particular. On Tuesday, 10th January 2022, the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court marked the commencement of the new law year with its traditional ceremonial opening proceedings under the theme, the ECSE, Navigating the Changing Tides. This year's host territory was Anguilla, where the first scheduled sitting of the Court of Appeal for 2023 will take place. Chief Justice Her Ladyship Dame Janice Piera delivered the feature address, appearing live from the court in Anguilla, along with other speakers from Anguilla, while the speakers from the other 8 members and states and territories appeared remotely.
It is this experience of making positive change in difficult times which has inspired the theme for this law year's address, the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, Navigating the Changing Tides. This theme recognizes the resilience of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court and its enduring commitment to reforming its processes and procedures and broadening the avenues by which the people of our sub-region can access justice. In reflecting on the changes over the past year, I cannot help but recall the popular saying, the difference between stumbling blocks and stepping stones is how you use them. In this address, I will apprise you of the court's accomplishments over the last year and the course being charted for a more enduring future. 2022, like any other, was a busy year for the court.
As she reflected on 2022, her ladyship also spoke of some accomplishments.
Case statistics show that although there is continued productivity, there are also existing challenges which continue to adversely impact the due administration of justice. I invite you, though, to read the court's annual report for an in-depth analysis of the work of the court. It can be found on the court's website. I encourage everyone. Take some time, please read it.
Additionally, she also highlighted the 55th anniversary year, which she says is of great accomplishment.
On the 27th of February 2022, the court celebrated the 55th anniversary of its establishment. To commemorate this milestone achievement, the court hosted a week of celebratory events under the theme, the ECSC at 55, Navigating, Redefining, and Reimagining the Future. Those events were well received. Throughout its relatively short existence, the court has made its mark on the jurisprudence of the English-speaking Caribbean and remains a pillar for the rule of law in the region and indeed the world. It has also significantly contributed to the development of our OECS region. This should fill us all with a sense of pride, and its 55th year is worthy of celebration.
The ceremonial opening also commenced with a church service in each member state and territory, followed by the procession to the High Court, where the formal special sitting of the court was held. In similar fashion to the past 2 years, there was a very special sitting throughout the 9 member states and territories. Now, viewers, the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court was established in 1967 by the West Indies Associated States Supreme Court, number 223 of 1967. The ECSC is a superior court of record for the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, including the 6 independent states, Antigua and Barbuda, the Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and the 3 British Overseas Territories. It has ultimate jurisdiction in each member state. Viewers, up next, Miss Teen BVI Universe, that is, Janae Demming, is headed to Spain. Staffing issues and remand among issues affecting the prison, and a world recession is likely in 2023. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
That's out. That's 6. That's out.
With worldwide medical coverage and affordable premiums, we're like a home match that isn't played at your actual home. CG Insurance. Good like that.
My turn. Oh, come on, guys.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Father Jesus, that line you long like church service.
Alright, you enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No, no man to take care of me.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Hello everyone and welcome back. Continuing on the local scene, Minister for Health and Social Development, the Honorable Marlon A. Penn, believes that Andy Bickerton should be honored with an OBE. This was of course done at an official ceremony for BDO Limited Primary School. Our Kamal Haynes has the full report.
Honorable Penn made the announcement while speaking at the official opening ceremony for the BDO Limited Primary and Secondary Schools Football League recently. But the Order of the British Empire is awarded to individuals who make a great impact in their line of work, which often include fields such as the arts and sciences, work with charitable and welfare organizations, and in the public service. Bickerton has been the president of the BVI Football Association for approximately 17 years, serving in 1991 to 1996, 2000 to 2002, and from 2011 to present, and has contributed to the discipline of football in the territory for nearly 4 decades. Minister Penn acknowledged Bickerton's commitment and contributions to the sport and called on Governor His Excellency John Rankin to consider the football president when nominating the next set of individuals for the Order of the British Empire Award.
And while I have the governor here with us, if there's anybody, governor, who I believe is fitting of an OBE, is Mr. Bickerton. He's given the work, he's given the sacrifice personally, monetary and otherwise, for this sport and for the people of this territory, and I think he needs to be recognized and commended for his efforts.
Penn also announced that the soon-to-be completed world-class football facility in Greenland East End is in its final stage.
For me, I am elated to be here as a District 8 representative, and we call Eastern Law the home of football in this territory. We've made some commitments through the government and through BVI Football Association, where we have one of the first of its kind of public-private partnership, where we built a facility in the Eastern Laurel community. And I'm happy to report that we're now in the final phases of that facility's development, where we now hopeful by the end of January we'll finalize the tenders for the stadium of that facility to be officially the home of football in this territory. The government of Virginia has committed well over $1 million+ on that facility and the sport in general. And I want to commend Andy Bickerton for his effort, for his drive to get the funding through BVI Football Association to create the facility and opportunities for the young people in our territory.
Meanwhile, President Bickerton showed appreciation to the primary and secondary school teachers who were present at the ceremony. He encouraged them to take part in an upcoming program being offered by CONCACAF, which is geared towards training teachers on how to referee.
We really appreciate your involvement in supporting this program and looking after the children. But I would also like to say for teachers, there is an opportunity because we're working really hard at the FA on qualifying more referees in the sport, because we have an 11-man national league and we need 5 officials at each game. There is a match fee for those, all of those officials, and we are running a program in liaison with CONCACAF in the next month to teach people refereeing. So there's a wonderful opportunity if you're interested to follow through and help us with that. The obvious starting places would be in the schools league, because in the schools league there's no pressure, whereas in the adult football obviously there is more pressure.
Reporting for Twit4 News, I am Kamal Haynes.
And since the announcement, many persons within the community have since echoed the very same sentiments of the Honorable Marlon A. Penn. The prison is part of this community. These were the sentiments of the Superintendent of Prisons, Mr. Guy M. Hill, as he addressed the Standing Finance Committee on the accomplishments and remaining challenges of the prison service in December. More on this report.
Key issues highlighted by Hill that day were staffing shortages and prolonged remand periods. According to the superintendent, the main issue facing the prison at this time is staffing. To this end, he urged the committee to give special consideration to how the budget is adjusted. On the issue of prolonged remand, Hill was asked by opposition leader and member for the 3rd District, Honorable Julian Fraser, what his role was in regards to accelerating trial for persons detained at the prison. In response, Hill explains that in his role as superintendent, he is limited as there have been inmates awaiting trial inside the prison for up to 5 years, preceding his 2021 appointment. He added that questions have been extended to the Director of Public Prosecutions and the Attorney General's chambers in that regard. Hill did note, however, that throughout his time as superintendent, he has noted an increase in the number of people being placed on remand awaiting trial. While he noted that the early release of 28 inmates on recommendation of the governor did help ease the financial burdens of the facility, he noted that this was not a move that could be replicated frequently to address the issue. Hill told the SFC that in the BVI society, when inmates are released, there are more criminal activities recorded in the country, which results in more offenders being sent to the prison. In 2022, a global study ranked the BVI as having the 7th highest rate of incarceration per capita. And just weeks ago, a 2023 survey ranked the territory 8th for the highest prison population per capita. With the prison population averaging about 113 to 115 in 2022, Hill said that any case which has resulted in a person remaining in prison awaiting trial for 2 years should be looked at. Fraser echoed these sentiments and stated that there must be something done in regards to the issue of inmates remaining on remand for extended periods. To this end, Minister for Health and Social Development and member for the 8th District, Honorable Marlon Penn, concluded that it will be necessary to take legislative action to address issues surrounding the length of time persons remain on remand. Despite the outstanding issues, 2022 was a progressive year for the prison, as a number of long-awaited infrastructural work and other investment was completed. This included the return of functionality to an electric gate at the prison, which had been out of commission for 12 to 13 years, distribution of new beds to all inmates, procurement of uniforms for sentenced inmates, and completion of the first fire inspection of the premises in 17 years, to name a few. Jacka Wooding, 284 News.
Miss Teen Universe Janae Demming will be heading to Teen Universe pageant in Madrid, Spain. Demming, who will be in Spain for just about a week, said she is excited about the road ahead, and she sat down with me to speak about the upcoming pageant and her journey thus far.
My reign has been going really well. I met so much people so far. It's been a good learning experience, to be honest.
Incredible. Now, remind me of your platform.
My platform is embracing all forms of artistry.
Now, speaking of all forms of artistry, this competition is going to be held at a performing arts theater in Madrid, Spain. I know you are a performing arts creative. You love everything about it.
Yes.
Tell us about how you've been able to balance, because you have quite a lot going on. You are a member of the ESH's Lady Rams. You're also a Nova Royale Dance School, Elevated Dance Company, as well as the Theater Arts program at Elmore South High School. How are you balancing all of this?
To be honest, it's been quite leveled.
Okay.
I'm not having too much problems with multitasking because I really love what I do.
Beautiful.
So yeah, it's been really well, really smooth so far.
Now, you're a 12th grade student at the Elmore South High School. What are you looking forward to most about completing your studies at the Elmore South High School? You'll be graduating this year, correct?
Yes.
Wonderful. What are you most looking forward to?
I am looking forward to going out into the real world. As scary as that sounds,
yes,
I am looking forward to it.
Ms. Demming also highlighted what her preparation has been like thus far.
Been having a lot of speech lessons, also my walk. So I'm trying to do that model walk, you know how they do. It's been a learning experience as well because it's different. We have, you know, new types of walks nowadays. So yes, I've been learning a lot so far.
Now, one of the questions I asked Ms. Demming, and when it comes to women and young girls being objectified by their beauty throughout social media, and of course, particularly in pageantry, here's what she had to say.
in my opinion, because nowadays, my generation especially has been influenced by social media. And it's pretty sad to see that now people can't really express themselves. And I feel like I just want all girls from around the world, especially my generation, to really think about being themselves and really understand, grasp the fact that being themselves, that's the best thing you can do. And I really want to stress that to you guys, that being yourself is the best thing, I swear.
She also mentioned that she has a great support group, mostly made up of family and friends, and she will be traveling to the pageant with her mother alongside her pageant coach, Mr. Rupert Vanterpool Jr. She encouraged the BVI public to support her in the upcoming pageant.
Supporting me through social media would be the best thing. We have a lot of Facebook pages, the Miss Teen Universe, and also Instagram. So check these out. They have a lot going on. They post all the time. So it will be good to keep up with it. And that's the real way to support me.
And for the full interview, you are encouraged to visit all 284 media platforms. Viewers, when we return, we have more local news. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Father Jesus, that line you long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of it then. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes,
Good
son.
morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man, take care of me.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Viewers, welcome back and thank you so much for sticking with us. Now on to more regional news. Olympic sprint legend Usain Bolt has lost millions of dollars worth of investment after Jamaican investment firm Stocks and Securities Limited reported a massive internal allegation of fraud. More on this tragic report.
The incident has reportedly impacted more than 30 individuals, including Jamaican Bolt, and according to reports, the total loss amounts to more than $1.2 billion. It has resulted in Jamaica's Financial Investigations Division and Financial Services Commission launching an investigation into the company. Bolt's manager, Nugent Walker, was the first to confirm the incident, stating that Bolt only became aware of the discrepancy with his account last Wednesday. Well, according to the Jamaica Observer newspaper, Bolt and his team met with SSL on the aforementioned day to review his financial portfolio, but was stunned to see a balance of only $2,000 in an account that had originally invested just under $10 million. Well, his team made SSL aware of the huge discrepancy, after which the company revealed that it was unaware that Bolt's account was impacted, but confirmed that they were conducting an internal investigation on one of their employees who had allegedly confessed to defrauding other individuals. And the following day, the management of Stocks and Securities Limited issued a press release on the matter, stating that their company will be working with law enforcement agencies to ensure that the individual responsible for the fraud faces the full consequences of the law. What the release said, and I quote, "Following initial internal investigations, management has referred the matter to the relevant law enforcement authorities to facilitate a thorough and complete examination of all aspects of the matter." It continued, "SSL will continue to liaise and cooperate fully with law enforcement throughout the investigation and ensure that the responsible party faces the full consequences of the law." End quote. But the FFC subsequently issued a press release on Friday stating that it had placed Stocks and Securities Limited under enhanced oversight while investigations were ongoing into the matter. Well, it said, and I quote, "In the case of SSL, this enhanced oversight reflects the need for the FFC to have a full view of the integrity of the transactions being conducted, including the movement of funds and of securities into and out of SSL." End quote. It is unclear whether Bolt or any of the other individuals impacted will have their funds returned to their accounts. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes.
And more on the regional scene. With only 2 days to go until Antigua and Barbuda's general election, a constituency office of the ruling Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party has been gutted by fire. According to reports, the fire engulfed a portion of the building in the wee hours of Monday morning, just briefly after candidate for St. John's City East, Melford Nicholas, had wrapped up a strategy meeting with his team inside. Preliminary reports from Nicholas were that at least 2 offices were completely destroyed and several windows broken. The value of damages have not yet been determined or valued. While police are still investigating the incident, the possibility of it being a case of arson has not been ruled out. Nicholas himself condemned the fire, which he termed as an act of political violence, which had been taking place in the weeks leading up to the election. Despite belief that this was an attack, he has encouraged supporters of the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party from taking any retaliatory action. Residents of Antigua and Barbuda vote on Wednesday, January 18th to elect a new government. 53 candidates, including 3 independents, will be vying to populate 17 seats in the parliament. The election will be observed by the team of organizers of the American states and the Caribbean community. Viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. I want to thank you so much for joining us. Of course, be sure to tune into all our feature interviews as well as various programming here on 284 Media. Reporting for 284 News, I'm Ron Grant. I want to wish you a happy Monday, and I will, of course, see you tomorrow as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. We are 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news. Good night.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you, you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home. Keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football, Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hooked, I tell you.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbdi.com. Advertising with us works.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.